Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. And today we have a mini little haul from Scentsy. I know, finally, not a Walmart or a Thresholds or a something else, but Scentsy. So we're gonna go through this. It isn't a huge haul, and there is a whiff box in here that we will be discussing in another video. I'm sure other consultants have already gotten the whiff box videos up. This one came rather late in the month, but you know, better late than never, right? So let's dive in, see what we've got, and break it down. So this is mostly bars as well as the whiff box. Let's see what we got. Oh man, so we have our whiff box. I believe this is the September whiff box. I will be doing a video a little bit later this afternoon to go over what are the contents in this. This will be available till the end of the month, and then we will switch over, or until supplies last, I should say. But the more important thing are the bars. Oh, it's like a box in a box. So fun story, when I was growing up, sometimes for presents, to make it more exciting, my mom would wrap like birthday or Christmas presents, boxed and boxed and boxed and boxed, kind of like nesting boxes. And it was pretty exciting, especially as a kid, because every time you'd open a box, you'd think, okay, what's the present gonna be? And it's like another box, surprise. So I'm all about the nesting boxes situation. So some of these, so this is a mini club order. Some of these, there are a couple bars that are for one of my customers who didn't get her fix of Lush gardenia just quite yet, so there are a few of those bars in there that those are not for me. I know that those should be in here. And yes, they're right at the top. Of course they are. So we have, oh my gosh, 6 bars of Lush gardenia. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 bars of Lush gardenia. I am not about this life, but it is a powdery, I don't know if lush is the word I'd use to describe it, but it is a powdery gardenia scent, and it does not disappoint. And I remember this being a powerhouse fragrance. Not for myself, but it's definitely a gardenia scent. Although, weirdly enough, I don't mind it nearly as much as I used to, so take that for what you will. Next up, we have a couple of the Find Your Happy Wax collection bars. These ones are for me. I was curious to try some of the Find Your Happy Wax collection, but there were 2 bars in it that just didn't seem like they were up my alley, so I picked up Showered in Flowers, which is, I'm assuming, I think this is like a floral scent. Ooh, it's nice. What is this? Let's find out. I have my scented descriptions here. Showered in Flowers is follow the trail of rose petals. I don't know if I get rose petals. To a bouquet of sweet jasmine, sun-kissed greens, and overwhelming love. How quaint. I get a light floral scent. I do pick up on the rose now that I'm smelling it a little bit more. But it's not like a simply rose where it's in your face and like killing you with rose scent. It's definitely more of a floral rose than like the cozy rose you'd find in, say, Cozy Cardigan. And there is like a green, aquatic sort of freshness to this scent. It kind of reminds me vaguely of Happily Ever After from Cinderella, the Disney bar. It's kind of like, reminds me along that vein, like with the rose sort of in there, but it's a lot softer in my opinion, and it's a little more authentic, like fresh cut flowers or garden flowers rather than like a powdery flower. I'll be curious to see how that warms. So that's Find Your Happy Showered in Flower. And I do believe at this time the Find Your Happy collection is still available. So if you're just curious about it, go for and grab it before it's gone. Next up is First Kiss Fireworks. This is pucker up as pink lemon and sweet red apple explode with a kiss of soft musk. All right. I get the apple, for sure. Oh, there's the lemon. I guess it is a pink lemon. I don't know the difference between pink and yellow lemons, to be honest. But it feels like a sweeter, less stinging sort of lemon scent. So it's not quite like lemon cleaner. It's a sweeter lemon. And it works with the apple. Like the lemon apple scent seems to work pretty well. And there's supposed to be musk in here. I guess there's like a soft note to it. I don't know if I would necessarily call it musky. Maybe. It's actually pretty good. I was a little leery when I heard about the scent description of it because it was like lemon, and usually lemon scents and I are not hugely friends. But that's not bad at all. Or maybe it's just because I've been smelling so many apple cinnamon scents lately. Anything that is not a fall scent just smells delightful at this point. Next we have Find Your Happy's Sunrise with Friends. This is the one that I was really interested in. This is orange zest rises in the air with waves of coastal water that lap ocean driftwood for a moment that will last a lifetime. So it's like ocean water driftwood citrus. Ooh, okay. I was right. I do like this. So this is like, there's a citrus warmth to it, but you really get that salty driftwood oceanside vibe. Ooh, that is really good. It kind of reminds me of like the sea, like a sea salt air with a really deep, rich, driftwoody sort of undertone. And then you have like a zestiness from the citrus. It gives it a little bit of a warmth and balances it out. Wow, that is nice. It could be kind of like a nice cologne-y masculine sort of scent as well. Wow, that's really... I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. I hope it worms really well because, oh my goodness, if it does, I mean, my Scentsy Club's already in trouble, so who are we kidding? Next we have a bar of Route 66. This is from the Bring Back My Bar from the summer. And this is like, I think I described it as kind of like, if you smelled Rustic Lodge, that's kind of like the fall, winter, woodsy sort of setting, like up in the mountains or whatever. This is like the spring version of that. So it's like, you're still up in that like Rustic Lodge area, but instead of being heavy and woody and super earthy, this is like zesty and like you get like a green sort of freshness, like a fresh meadow up in near your lodge. It's also, it could be like a nice body wash sort of cologne sort of scent as well. I really like it, but I wanted to grab another bar because this is one that I couldn't remember how much I liked it, and as I'm slowly narrowing down my club, I want to try some things out. I have a bar of Johnny Appleseed. We just had a brick event for Johnny Appleseed, and I didn't do a video on it because it was like literally all I purchased were Johnny Appleseed bricks and cotton cleanup. But I bought 3 bricks of it because I'm obsessed with the scent. And no, it does not have to do with the fact that my name is Johnny and the bar is named Johnny. That has nothing to do with it. I mean, it's coincidental and it's kind of funny because there's a story from Johnny Appleseed in my past. But this is just a fresh, ripe, juicy apple. It's so powerfully strong. I love it. It just fills the room. You don't need to have a million cubes of it to really smell it. You can put in like a cube and it will just fill up the room. And you get like the juiciness of the pear in there. And there's no spice. That's like the best part of it. Now, I haven't found an exact dupe of this scent, but for those of you who are like upset that you did not get the brick or don't have this in your club or don't have a Scentsy club, The closest dupe that I've found so far is Fresh Orchard apples from Better Homes and Gardens that you can find at Walmart. It's not the same. This is definitely a much juicier, richer, more true to nature, like you just bit into a fresh, juicy apple scent. There's a slight sort of, it's not quite on the line of full-on artificial, but there's like a weird hint of some sort of note in the BHG version, Fresh Orchard apples, that's not quite as juicy and delicious as this one is. So in a pinch, the other one works pretty well comparably, but this one definitely is hands down the winner in the two. And yes, I can smell the difference between the two when I put them up next to one another. All right, the last two bars that are in here, I have a bar of Autumn Hearth and First Day of Fall. And I don't have the scent descriptions on the top of my head, so let's look them up really quick so I can give you a, give you a kind of description of what these are supposed to smell like. In case you're curious, come on, iPad. They just released like the new iPads or whatever announcements, and my poor little ancient iPad that has been like slowly dying is definitely like, please upgrade me. And I'm like, but I can't afford you right now. All right, Autumn Hearth is apple, cinnamon, and tonka are all about fall. And it is this deliciously sweet apple cinnamon scent, after I just talked about how I'm so sick of apple cinnamon scents. But you do get the tonka bean, which tonka gives kind of either like a vanilla or a cherry sort of finish to scents. It's a sweet sort of note. And I love tonka bean, but it depends. Sometimes tonka can like make a scent that you're already on the wall about a little bit unbearable, and sometimes it can make a scent that you really like even more exciting. So it goes like both ways for me. But you do get the cinnamon. It's like a sweet bakery sort of cinnamon. You do get the sweetness of the tonka. It's like a mix between the cherry vanilla sort of note. And you do get apples. It's not like a Johnny Appleseed fresh juicy apple. It's almost like fresh baked apples simmering in a pot on the stove or something. And it's good. It's good. It's definitely more on the fresher note on the apple side of things rather than like a fully baked apple pie sort of apple. It's like you just put the cinnamon and the apples and the tonka into the simmering pot, so they're still quite fresh and giving off that fresh aromatics. It's really nice. I wanted to see how it would warm in my apartment because as we get closer to mid-fall / heading into the winter months, and we're gonna, eventually get to the next catalog in spring, summer, I want to make sure that if there are any scents that I was not sure how they'd perform, I pick them up and try them so that if they retire, I can put them into my club. That was a big, long description. First Day of Fall is described as, Johnny needs to find it on his iPad. Come on, iPad, I believe in you. Come on. What category is this in? I think this is in... Is it in this category? Was I right? Survey says no. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. New fragrances. Here we go. First Day of Fall. All the best parts are here. Just pick pumpkin, a breath of autumn woods, ground nutmeg, and a spicy dash of cinnamon. Okay, so I get pumpkin, fresh pumpkin. I get like an autumn air sort of note, like a woodsy air sort of fresh note, which I love. You do get nutmeg, which I also don't mind. I do like nutmeg. And there is a cinnamon note, but the cinnamon isn't as strong or as like in your face as, say, even in Autumn Hearth. It's like a back note, and it's a sweet cinnamon. So I'm getting mostly fresh picked pumpkin, like this airy, woodsy note, and nutmeg with like a hint of cinnamon. So if that's how it kind of ends up performing for me, I will be all over this fragrance. But, you know, we're in like fall land, so it's time to enjoy. All right, so I think that's all for this haul. It was a short one, like I mentioned earlier. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I will, like I said, do another video where we unbox this whiff box together. Hope you are doing well, and I will talk to you later. Bye.